Okay, grab a drink, turn the lights down low, and listen close. Because what happened to us just yesterday still has me shaking. I swear on everything I love, every word of this is real. And if you think I'm exaggerating, wait till you hear the whole thing. So, me and my 4 best friends, Jake, Mia, Tyler, and Sarah, decided we needed one last crazy weekend before real life swallowed us whole. We're all 24, 25, fresh out of college, broke, and clinging to the dumb idea that we're still invincible. Jake found this abandoned resort online, way up in the mountains like 4 hours from anywhere. The place had been shut down since the 80s after some big flood. The listing said, "Perfect for urban explorers." Had a couple blurry photos of an old hotel, indoor pool, cabins, the works. Rent was stupid cheap, basically just a damage deposit. We figured worst case, we party in a creepy building and film some TikToks. Best case, we get the whole place to ourselves. We pulled up Friday night, right as the sun dropped. The road just stopped. No gate, no signs, just a cracked asphalt path swallowed by trees. Our phones had 0 bars the second we turned off the highway. That should have been the first red flag, but we were blasting music and already passing around the road trip drinks, so whatever. The main hotel looked exactly like the pictures. 3 stories, peeling white paint, vines crawling through broken windows. Behind it sat a row of little guest cabins and one huge indoor pool building with a glass roof that was half caved in. Moonlight came through the broken panes and lit the water this sickly green color. It smelled like wet leaves and old chlorine, but honestly, it felt kind of magical at first. We claimed the biggest cabin that still had a working door, dropped our stuff, and started a fire in the pit outside. Normal dumb 20-something stuff. Roasting marshmallows, telling the same stories we've told 100 times, planning how we were gonna scare each other later. Around midnight, Tyler, our designated "let's do something reckless" guy, goes, "Bet the pool building is unlocked. Who's coming?" We all grabbed flashlights and followed like idiots. The side door creaked open way too easy. Inside, the air was thick and warm, almost humid. The pool was Olympic-sized, tiles cracked, water perfectly still in that same glowing green. Lounge chairs were pushed against the walls like someone left in a hurry. On the far end was a second-floor balcony with doors that probably used to be changing rooms or offices. We're messing around, skipping rocks across the water, when Mia points her phone light at the deep end and whispers, "Guys, what is that?" There was something down there. At first, we thought it was a body, like a real human shape just floating under the surface. We all froze. Jake, being Jake, grabs a long pool pole and fishes around until he hooks it. It wasn't a body. It was an old mannequin, the kind stores used in the 80s, with the blank face and joints that bend weird. Someone had dressed it in a red one-piece swimsuit. Creepy, but we laughed it off. Probably some kids years ago messing with people. That's when the lights came on. Not all of them, just the underwater pool lights. They flickered once, twice, then blazed this harsh white that made the green water look radioactive. We didn't touch any switch. There was no humming, no sound, just click, bright. The 5 of us stood there like statues. Sarah grabbed my arm so hard it hurt. Then we heard it, a splash from the shallow end. Slow, deliberate, like someone climbing out when no one had been in the water. We spun our flashlights. Nothing. Empty tiles dripping. But there were wet footprints leading from the pool toward the stairs that went up to the balcony. Fresh prints, barefoot, small, like a woman's. They just stopped halfway across the floor and vanished. Tyler tried to play it cool and said it was probably rainwater dripping from the roof making the lights trip or something. We all wanted to believe that. We decided to head back to the cabin, lock the door, and call it a night. But when we stepped outside, every single cabin light we'd left on was off, pitch black, and the fire we'd built, completely out, like someone dumped a bucket of water on it. No smoke, no embers, nothing. We sprinted to our cabin anyway. The door was wide open. Our stuff was exactly where we left it, except every bag had been unzipped and turned inside out. Clothes, snacks, chargers, everything dumped in neat little piles in the middle of the floor. My heart was hammering so hard I could taste metal. Jake said we should just pack up and leave right then, but when we ran to the car, all 4 tires were flat, not slashed, just flat, like the air had been slowly let out. And on the hood, someone had drawn a perfect handprint in the dust. 5 fingers, small, wet. That's when we realized none of us had phone service, the car was dead, and we were 4 hours from the main road on foot through woods we didn't know. We had no choice. We barricaded ourselves in the cabin, pushed the couch against the door, and sat up all night with knives from the kitchen and 1 flashlight between us. Around 3 in the morning, the knocking started. Soft. 3 taps on the front door. Pause. 3 more. We didn't move, didn't breathe. Then we heard singing, a woman's voice, low and sweet, coming from right outside the window. It sounded like an old lullaby, the kind your grandma hums, but the words were wrong, backwards almost. Mia started crying silently, hands over her mouth. Sarah whispered that she recognized the melody from when she was little, something her mom used to sing before her mom disappeared when Sarah was 7. The singing stopped. Silence for maybe 10 minutes. Then every light in the cabin flickered on at once. We hadn't even known there was electricity. The bulbs buzzed like angry bugs. And on the wall, clear as day, wet handprints started appearing. One after another, climbing from the floor to the ceiling like someone invisible was walking straight up the wall. They were small prints again, dripping. Jake lost it. He grabbed the biggest knife and screamed at the empty room to leave us alone. That's when the door handle started rattling, slow at first, then violent, like someone was trying to rip it off the hinges. The couch we'd pushed against it slid forward 6 inches on its own. We all threw our weight against it, 5 grown people pushing with everything we had, and whatever was on the other side was stronger. I don't know how long we fought it. Minutes, maybe an hour. Then everything stopped. Lights off, rattling gone, silence so thick it hurt. We waited until the sun came up, too scared to even speak. When the first light hit the windows, we ran. Left everything, bags, wallets, all of it. We followed the dirt road on foot, crying, throwing up, tripping over roots. Took us 5 hours to reach a tiny gas station where the guy thought we were on drugs until he saw the blood from where Sarah's nails had dug into her own arms. We called the cops from there. They went up to the resort yesterday afternoon. The car tires were full again, not a mark on them. The pool lights wouldn't turn on for the officers no matter what they tried. And the wet handprints? Bone dry. But here's the part that makes me feel like I'm losing my mind. They found the mannequin we pulled up. It was sitting in the driver's seat of our car wearing Sarah's hoodie that we'd left in the cabin. And around its plastic neck was the necklace Sarah's missing mom used to wear. Same exact one from the old photos Sarah has on her phone. The cops say there's no record of anyone ever going missing at that resort. They're calling it mass hysteria, maybe carbon monoxide poisoning from an old generator we never even saw. But 5 of us heard the same singing. 5 of us saw the same prints. 5 of us watched that door try to open while something on the other side laughed like a woman who'd been waiting a very long time for company. We're all staying at my place tonight. None of us can sleep alone. Every time I close my eyes, I still smell chlorine and wet leaves. And sometimes, in the quiet, I swear I hear 3 soft knocks on the wall. If you ever see a listing for a cheap weekend getaway at a place called Pinecrest Resort, delete it. Burn your phone. Whatever it takes. Because whatever's there, it remembers you. And it doesn't let go.